I don't know.
I think you banned. I think you banned the Survival Hunter, man, and then
Yeah. I already
and then
banned it.
after that, I mean, well, and they're banning out Destro Lock. They banned out Destro Lock both games, but like I said, I've never seen him play Destro, so I don't really understand why they're banning Destro Lock.
Yeah,
But,
I
I mean,
wouldn't
they're
ban
obviously
Destro
they're
Lock.
obviously scared of the Destro Lock, but I think Destro Lock is an incorrect ban from
I don't.
second place.
Yeah, I don't see a Destro Lock doing well against this team at all. You know, Venuki, Krill, and Soda always have an answer to a Chaos Bolt. I feel like a Chaos Bolt wouldn't go off that would ever result in a kill. So I wouldn't ban Destro. I would ban, outside of the Hunter, of course. Maybe the
Yeah.
Rogue. Maybe they really didn't like fighting the Rogue.
Yeah, I mean it's possible.
Is Anberlin a sick Ellie Shaman? I haven't seen any
No,
games
I don't
with
think
him as
so.
Ellie.
I don't think so. I think he mains Resto. I think the Ellie is just listed. So I mean the ban, they actually baited out a ban just by listing that. I don't think he's actually on Ellie at all.
Baited son.
Yeah, because they did get that Ellie ban, and that's obviously what these teams are doing, and that is the advantage that these teams have. Because I mean it's like, let's be honest. You know, if second place didn't watch 25 Media Tumblr's games, they have never heard of a single player on this team.
That's true.
They have never heard of a single player on this team. No one from this team would have seen them stream. Whereas you go on Twitch, you can watch all 5 of those players stream from second place. They know what they play. These are famous players. They're going up against a team they don't know. They don't know what these guys are good at. They don't know what the guys aren't good at. So it's hard. You have to ban stuff out without actually knowing, because you're worried about certain specs. You're worried about Ellie. You're worried about Feral, things like that. So they're banning it out, but they don't actually know what these guys can and can't play. And I mean that's where doing your research kind of comes in. You have to really make sure that you're watching the games and you're finding out about these teams, because the picks and the bans is a huge part of it. So I mean this is an advantage for the Russian team because of that. So we'll see how everything's going to work out here, but these teams are obviously taking some time with their bans, man. I don't know who's waiting to lock it in, but they are not sure. It's going to be the same bans as last time. Frost Mage banned out, Restoration Shaman banned out. So we're going to be seeing Gin on the Restorator once again. They're saying second place, saying that was not the problem. Maybe they think their play was the problem. Maybe they think that they should get Venruki in on the Fire Mage or something like that, which in my opinion would not be a bad choice, but Venruki doesn't really like playing different specs, which it is a bit of a disadvantage in that case. If they're going to ban out the Frost Mage, if that's the only spec he wants to play, then that's a disadvantage, because that means that he's gone. Period. You can't play a mage if he only plays the one spec. You ban that out, he's gone. Whereas if someone wants to play fire maybe would be not a bad choice. I'm not sure how the matchup would go, but maybe playing God Comp would be good with fire. I don't know. But since they're not able to do that, it seems like they're just getting forced into the same thing again. And how are you feeling if you're second place and you have to go right back into that same matchup? Because we're going to see Survival Hunter picked almost guaranteed from 25 Media Tumblr. There it is.
That's rough. Now what do you ban?
It's the same picks. They can't ban anything. They're gonna. I mean, if they ban Destro, sure, that's fine. But then he's gonna pick Demo again. If they ban Demo, he's gonna go Destro or Affliction. We have the same matchup as last time. The only thing that can change is the spec from Foxetus. So I think that this is an awkward position for second place, who does not want to come in and lose the first series here, in the tournament for themselves. It's not the start that they were looking for, and they have to play another series right after this. And this is up against a team that is not had success yet in this game, in this series. I mean, 25 Media Tumblr has made it close against everyone they've played, but they have not been able to get a win yet. So this is a big moment for them if they can get this upset. Get this big win against one of these tip-top teams, second place. One of the big favorites for the whole tournament. If 25 Media Tumblr could take a win, that would be huge. So it is going to be that Demo Lock banned out. It is going to be the Ellie Shaman same bans as before. And so we're going to have to see the same matchup again, unless they want to have Venruki respec or something like that. It's going to be Shadow Priest, and then it's going to be Monk, and we're going to see if it's going to be Destro or Affliction for Foxita.
Resto Druid, okay. And Shadow Priest. I don't know. I think it's just going to be the same thing.
So do you think it's Destro or Affliction?
Affliction.
Okay. I mean,
it's a lot of spread pressure.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be that much burst, and I feel like a survival hunter can't really get someone to below 20% on their own. Okay, they are going to do Destro.
All right, so this is we'll see if there was a big reason for them banning the Destro. I mean, Destro had been banned out the last 2 series by second place, and now it's not going to be banned out. In my opinion, Demo is more scary in this setup because you have the 25% MS to deal with all the it's a triple healer team. Well, you can't really call Monk a triple healer, but still, you know what I'm saying. Like there's hybrid heals from everyone on the team. 25% MS is really big against that. Also, the extra axe toss that doesn't DR with anything. I mean, you could play Shadow Fury or something, but then you lose Howl. So, they are losing a bit of CC, and I think that overall their pressure is going to be a lot lower as Destro. I also think that the Monk can shut down a Destro lock very, very well. At the same time, the burst is a lot scarier potentially from the Destro lock, because if you get to 20%, you just be dead, just like that. So we're gonna find out what's gonna happen. But I think that as long as Venruki and Krill and Soda play their best, they're gonna do better against this than they are against the Demo lock, because it's easier to shut down a Destro lock by far, and there's also less CC.
I fear for my American brethren, even though I think two of them are Canadian.
I think this is a better matchup for them, though, really.
Yeah, I think so,
too. I think
too.
Demo's scarier than... I think they should have been banning Demo from the start. I think it's scarier than Destro, but we'll see.
I don't see Destro as actually getting a kill. But yeah, like you said, we will see.
Yeah.
I'm getting a lot of tweets.
I just think without without the 25% MS, without the axe toss, and with a Monk that's almost guaranteed to be glued to a Destro lock, it's going to be very tough to get Chaos Bolts off when you have to deal with Leg Sweep. You have to deal with Paralyze. You have to deal with Fist of Fury. You have to deal with obviously the pummel. You also like the Spearhand Strike. Then you also have Disrupting Roar and Silence and Disarm and all these things from the Shadow Priest when there's panic. So I would actually be surprised if they got really anything off their Demon Soul, but at the same time they have a ton of CC. So if they can set it up just right, they can maybe get it to the point where there's nothing that they can do to interrupt those Chaos Bolts. You know what I mean? It's like it could just be a situation where they have that triple CC. You have a clone on Soda, you have a Fear on Krill, or a Scatter Trap on Krill, and then you Fear off Venruki and you get to cast those Chaos Bolts for free. Maybe they can just burst them down.
But let's be real, man. Chaos Bolts hit like wet noodles.
I mean, it's not insane, but still, if you get the crits and everything, it's gonna be pretty.
It's always gonna crit.
No, I'm talking about after. I'm talking about you crit your Chaos Bolt always crits, which is like it can be like if you're gemmed and everything for it, it can be like 120k with your trinket prop and everything. And if he's orc, easy 120k I think. If you crit your Conflags after the Chaos Bolt, then it gets pretty crazy in my opinion, because Conflags could be 70k.
Mm-hmm. That is true. I think
it's like if you
just
get the Chaos Bolt and nothing else, then yeah, it's okay. But we're seeing Yawns put a ton of pressure, and remember, all they have to do is get them to 20%. If you have Demon Soul Shadowburns, you're probably dead. Even if it doesn't crit, a Demon Soul Shadowburn is probably death. Because you're gonna have your Trinket and your Orc Racial up at the same time. It means all your stuff is popped. So we'll find out what happens. But I think that. They're going to have some huge burst potential, but they're going to have a lot less pressure. So and CC. So I'm not sure if it's going to be better or worse. Mm-hmm. But I think that Demo should be the hardest spec to play against.
I think you're right. I would predict this win going to team second place, if I had to guess. But these guys are really surprising me. Yawns, Foxy the Burns, and Gins. I thought of that mage, Rosita Jones. I don't know why. I guess it's the same amount of syllables.
Yeah.
But the gate has opened. Thank you guys so much for watching and participating in the chat and all that and all the tweets. Make sure you stick around if you're interested in an announcement that I have to make towards the end of the cast. Some of you will like it. Some of you will not.
I'm going to shed a tear.
No, it's okay. Shh, no spoilers. Shh. no spoilers.
I'm gonna pee between your legs. That
What?
story you linked me, remember?
Which
like
one?
at the urinal or whatever, like some guy comes behind him, he's like, shh, I'm gonna pee between your legs.
Dude, I actually read that and started cracking up. It's actually so funny.
Yeah.
It's like a thread of best way to make someone feel uncomfortable.
Pretty funny stuff.
Oh man, I've never had a weird urinal story. Thank God.
Just so everyone knows, the story was basically a guy was at a urinal and someone came up behind him and whispered into his ear, "Shh, shh, I'm gonna pee between your legs," and then just started doing it before he could do anything about it. So the guy was just trapped there. He couldn't move because he didn't want to get peed on.
Yeah, I mean, unless you're like a ninja and you like lift your leg extremely high for something pee between your legs, you either have to sit it out or you have to get peed on.
Yeah,
you gotta choose.
It's one or the other, man. You can't have both. So. Anyway, we are going to find out what's going to go down in this third and final best of 3. It is going to be second place, going up against 25.media Tumblr. This one's for all the marbles. Whoever takes this best of 3 is going to take the series. It's going to be a good one. Gins, Jans, Foxita, Burns impressing so far, the heavy underdogs in this series against second place. You know, some big tournament veterans here, tip-top players, but they are, you know, are being just matched evenly here in this first series. They're playing so well.
For sure. I like that early dispel by Gins. It's going to stop a lot of the procs, a lot of the pressure coming out from Krill. Krill does get spell locked right there. Already taking a decent amount of damage. Venuki is sort of just hanging by the pillar. He's sort of just waiting for Krill to get 3 orbs, and then they're going to go all out, I feel like. You see him, he's actually killing the demonic gateway.
Oh, look at that Shadow Fury, though. Shadow Fury into the Fear onto Soda, and interesting that we are seeing Supremacy being played as Destro here. And here comes the burst on Venfuki. They're going to Fear him off. There's the Wyvern Sting. The clone comes out on Krill. Krill going to trigger that immediately. He throws the Psychic Stream out onto Gins. Gins is going to have to sit that full. We don't have any more CC here onto Soda, but Venruki's actually taking a lot of damage. There's the MCS onto Soda. What are they going to have out of that? Doesn't look like anything just now. Foxita, though, getting crushed right now by Monkaruki. He's doing a lot of damage. And there's actually no gateway. He really needs to get that off. It's actually hugely important against this team. But Gins did pop tree form. He's topping everyone back off. We can see Foxita going for the Immolate here. He's trying to get that damage rolling once again. Spearhand Strike coming out to interrupt that. But we are going to be able to have free casted Fears now. There's the Fear coming out onto Venfuki. Shadow Fury into the Fear coming out here for Soda. Soda going to be caught in that. Do they have anything? There's the clone. Triple CC once again. It's a 3-on-1 against Venfuki here. The trinket comes out late from Soda. Soda realizing the situation, but he gets Anna's clone on his trinket. Venfuki does have the haunts. He has the Iron Bark. He's going to have to get out of there. Demon Soul Chaos Bolts. He's going to be paralyzed on that. There's the Unbound Will. Trinket comes in from Jans. Jans wants to stay aggressive here. Soda got scattered, but he's not able to be trapped off that. What do they have off it? Gin's trying to go for the clone. He's going to get LOS. No hots on Venfuki just yet. Now they're going up there. They're going to be swapping it over onto Krill, though. Krill looking like he's in some trouble. Triple Shadow Fury comes out. There's the Fear onto Soda. He's going to have to sit that. What can they get done? The MD coming out. Can they stop it? They cannot, unfortunately for them. But the Chaos Bolt lands. He's 20% HP. He has to disperse, perhaps. The Wyvern Sting comes in. No, he's feeling confident to sit that. That was a little bit of a risky sit. We do have the trap off that. That's going to be DR'd. What do they have now? There's this leg sweep onto Gins. That stops the clone coming out. Really nice job there by Venfuki breaking that up, but the MCS came in instead. Gins pushing in. He wants to get CC here onto Soda. What's he going for now? Clone onto Venfuki. That's going to free up Foxita to get that Shadow Fury. He's going for the Chaos Bolt, perhaps. No, going to go for the Fear instead. Fear comes out. It's going to be LOS by Soda, but Soda goes into the Cyclone.
I really feel like they need to hit Jans here. They're continuing to hit Foxita Burns, I'm sorry. But he's got so much. Look, Krill down to 42% health. But the thing about Foxita is he always has an Ember tap. He's doing a great job keeping his Embers up. Because he always has an Ember, he's really not going to die. There's a silence going out onto Foxita. Once again, Krill down to 50% health. He does have 2 life blooms, 1 rejuve on himself right now. And now there's a double Shadow Fury. Venuki was in a Cyclone for that. Now, look at that. There's so much CC being put out. Krill down to 50% health. Another Fear goes out onto Soda. He's coming out of it now, but no, he's in a Cyclone. Fully DR there. There's a Disorienting Roar. They're going to grip him away. Krill down to 20%. If he gets below 20%, he's going to die to a Shadow Burn. Guaranteed. Foxita Burns even throwing out the unending result so he can't get interrupted.
That clone came out. The offensive clone just a second too late. The Anats landed right before that. The DR Fear now coming out onto Soda. What do they have off this? Soda has his trinket about a second, but will it be enough? Krill's down dangerously low. He's at 25% HP. The Shadow Fear comes in. Will this be it? The Fear could come off that. They have 5% HP. Is he going to get Shadow Burn again? Does he have another Ember? It doesn't look like it. Nothing coming out just yet. There's a silence coming out. MCS onto Soda. He blinks back there. Soda's going to get Wyvern Stung, though. He's still in trouble with the in cap onto Jans. Fear comes off that. There's the leg sweep onto Gins. Gins. Gins going for the NS clone. He lands it, but big heals have already come out on Krill. Krill, though, he's He has to cut across the map. He's trying to get out of there. Chaos Bolt coming in, not doing really anything. The scatter trap comes in. That's going to be full. Doesn't have the mana to even try to go for the MD. There's just so much CC being put out here. We can see that Soda now put into the full fear. He trinkets it. And is that really the right time to go for that? There's the Shadow Fury onto Venfuki. MCS comes out onto Soda. It looks like it was the right time. Venfuki taking big damage. Soda going to see that coming out. We do see these back in his tree form. Touch of Karma used there by Venfuki. He's not going to have that available for the next burst, but they're going to swap it back to Krill. We can see that Soda has no trinket. When is the CC going to come out? There's going to be full DRs for everything. There's the Wyvern Sting. There's the full fear. Krill going to be in some trouble here. He does have disperse, but it may need to be used. The trap coming off that. There's the half trap. Gins pushing in. He gets silence. Nice silence there. He's going to trigger. He's going to go for the clone. It lands. No, it does not. He gets roared at the last second, and now they're going to be able to turn it around onto Yawns. Yawns going to have to deter there. There's the Shadow Fury coming off. Shadow Fury hitting both Krill and Soda, but Soda going to be able to get the heals out, and Yawns now the one in trouble. Devouring Plague comes in. He's going to be in so much trouble. He needs to kite out of there. Gins trying to get back to him. He is in the tree form, and he's going to be able to top him back off for now.
Even had to use Nature's Swiftness while in tree form. That's really rough. Krill goes into a fear. Wills are taken out of it. Look at Venruki down to 25%, taking heavy damage right here. There are so many things hitting him at this point. 2 pets, 1 hunter, 1 warlock. You can see Krill trying to get out the pressure. Still, Gins gets put into a disorienting roar. There's a blood horror from Foxita. That means that if he gets hit, he's going to knock Venruki off him for 4 seconds or so. Venruki gets caught inside of a Shadow Fury now, inside of a fear. After that, his Will of a Second did just come back up. He's actually going to use it. He's trying to connect. Once again, he wants to stop some of the damage coming out from Foxita. But Foxita's damage is insane this game. He's doing such a great job. There's a paralyzed on Gins. Foxita's actually in a lot of trouble, but look at how many embers he has. He has at least 3 embers. They need to burst him out of this. They need to stop whatever he's doing. There's 1 ember tap right there. Probably about 2 embers remaining. But Krill down to 36% health. Disorienting Roar goes out onto Venruki. I think they should have used that onto Soda because he's going to be able to heal him up right here. Yeah. There's a Nature's Swiftness coming out right there.
Demon Soul was popped. The Demon Soul Chaos Bolt coming in. And then Fuki, remember, he did use his shield wall in that little exchange, so he does not have that available. He does not have the last stand shield wall. Demon Soul is up. The leg sweep comes out. It looks like it is going to land on Foxita. It's going to land onto Yawns as well. Yawns could be the one taking the pressure, though. Will he be able to get anything off with the end of the Demon Soul? Nope. Doesn't look like it. They're 2 on top of it. He's going for the Fear now. He's going to be put into the Fist of Fury, though. A big Rising Sun kick comes out. That crits. He's going to get down dangerously low. He has to pop the Hellstone. Scatter Trap coming out perhaps onto Venfuki. No, it's just going to be that Root Trap with the snakes. Foxita kiting back here. He wants to get out of there. Foxita in some trouble. The Incap comes out onto Gins. They're going to be training away onto Foxita. Fear coming out onto Venfuki. Venfuki gets Blood Horde into that Fear. He's going to get dispelled, though. Soda had to trinket. He's going for the Cyclone. Is there a CS? No. The Stone Clone comes in full now onto Gins. Foxita does have his shield wall up, but I don't know if that's going to be enough. Petsack coming in as well there. We're going to see if that's going to be enough. He puts into the Fear. He has no hot still from Gins. Gins getting CC'd really hard here. There's the Disarm. Full trap, though, onto Soda. Soda's going to be caught in that full. Regrowth's coming out now from Gins. Gins used the trinket at the same time. Krill getting dangerously low. He has to disperse, knowing he's almost in Shadowburn range. He catches a big heal there. MCS comes out on Soda. The NS comes out as well. Full clone on Soda now. Do they have anything off that? We're going to find out. Yawns dismissing his pet, getting out a new one. Triple Shadow Fury. Do they have the Fear? It comes out. It's full. Krill could be in some trouble here. Only a rejuve up on Krill, and Krill needs to get out of there. He doesn't have disperse. He's 50%. He's trying to kite. The full Fear does now expire onto Soda. Soda going to get Wyvern Stung, though. He is in tree form. He gets gripped back on that trap. Nice job by Krill, but the Scatter is going to follow it up. The full clone coming out as well. Krill still kiting well here. He's avoiding the damage, but for how much longer can he really stay away?
Yeah, and you can see Soda having such a tough time with all this instant CC coming out completely unavoidable. There's a disorienting roar. They need to actually kill the cat again, I feel like. Yawns is going to feign death. He's at 62%. He's going to pop into turrets early right there. Nice job. I do like that. Cyclone was out onto Gins. A full Fear goes out onto Soda once again. Rooted in place. They could actually trap out of that if they want. Yawns, he is being hit by Venfuki at this point. A Fear going out by Foxita onto Krill. There's a scatter shot onto Venfuki. Look at Yawns down to 28%. I like that he's CCing Venfuki because he may actually go down here. Another scatter shot coming out. A Fear goes out onto Venfuki. Gins inside of a Paralyzed. Do they have anything out of that? They do. They have a Cyclone, but it's very DR'd. He did also use his Nature's Swiftness. Yawns down to 47%. There's a big Halo coming in. Will it do anything? 43%. There's a silence going on against another deterrent spot by Yawns. They have the pressure going. They need to roll with it. Venruki down to 60% health. He has used his Touch of Karma. And who is it on? It's on Foxita. Foxita channeling those Chaos Bolts right now. He does have his Dark Soul pop, so this is his real big damage moment right here. Venruki down to 62. Wow! Went from 62% to 16%. He was in Shadowburn range. Foxita was out of line of sight, though. What an incredible burst. I would actually have shit my pants if I were him.
There's the Wyverns thing on that clone, and Soda's gonna be caught on that. Soda does have his trinket available. He's holding it, and the Shadowbird's gonna come in, and he goes down. And Soda not able to get the trinket off in time to save Venfuki. He gets into Shadowburn range, and he gets dropped. And 25 Media Tumblr now at match point here against second place. They're bringing them to the edge. Second place needs to win 2 straight. Can they come back and do it? And keep this first series alive.
What was that damage? He actually went 62% to 9 or something. I know a Chaos Bolt hit. I don't think Survival Hunters have any like super big bursts. It's like really steady pressure.
I think it might have been. It's possible that Venruki had the last stand up. It doesn't show on the buff, so you can't actually see it. The only way you can see it is because their character turns kind of gray. You have to be looking at them or clicked on them to actually see it. So he might have had his last stand. It could have been like something like where you have the last stand up, where it's just you have 20% extra HP, 20% less damage taken. Then it expires. You lose that HP, plus you get hit by a crit at the same time, and then you just drop. So it definitely could be that. And you get into the Shadowburn range. There's a good chance you're going to die every time. So you have to be really, really careful. And just so much CC coming out from 25 Media Tumblr. They're just looking strong, man. This is their go-to comp, and they don't care what spec you ban out. They seem to they will play any spec, man. Foxita is playing. He says, screw you guys. They all work. I'm playing. And he's been coming out in every series.
Yeah, I'm extremely impressed. I think this might go to 25 Media Tumblr, dude.
They have to win 2 straight. I mean, it's going to be tough for second place. Definitely some close matches here so far, and they're going to choose Dalaran. Dalaran is going to be the final stand here for second place. They're feeling like that is where they need to go. Do you think that's the right choice? I mean, traditionally people had always said that was a bad map for Hunters, but I'm not so sure it is anymore with the stairs now.
I think they want it for possible knockoffs and causing LOS issues. If I had to guess. But this does mean that the Hunter can LOS as well. But you knock a Warlock off, you might have to port up if he wants to channel a Chaos Bolt, and then you can swap over onto him. But Duster Warlocks are so hard to kill because they always have an Ember. And if you guys are wondering how I know he has an Ember, it's because his character is on fire. He's flaming.
Yep. Yeah, you can see the animation. It gets more obvious, as they do have more embers and everything. So, you can watch out for that. But the one thing is, you can't use embers when you're stunned or anything like that. And if you train, the biggest thing I think that a lot of people do wrong when they're trying to kill Destro Warlocks is that they swap on and off them constantly. If you want to kill a Destro Warlock, you pretty much have to commit to it. If you go Destro Warlock start to finish, they don't actually have much of a chance to maintain a lot of embers because they're using embers for ember taps. They're using Chaos Bolts as well. So if you're just going them non-stop, it's like sure they can use a couple embers, but then a lot of the times they don't have one really available for a little while because you're sitting on them. It's harder for them to get cast off. It's harder for them to generate those embers. But the problem that I think a lot of teams run into is a team will go on a Warlock for 10 or 20 seconds. He uses embers and stuff, and they swap off. They swap back to him a minute later or whatever. But the whole time he's been free casting, generating embers, and then by the time they go back to him, he has them all again. So he can actually just go right back to doing that.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly. Good point. Good point. And the gates are open. If you would like to be slain.
Yep, I would like to be slain.
Oh, you're here. You're here. I'm killing you.
I don't have anything actually down. I don't have any attacks. All I can do is slice and dice at you.
I just have Shadow Word Pain and Smite. They're talking in Russian.
Okay.
In my party. Isaac?
What?
They're talking in Russian.
Okay. They are Russian, so that would make sense.
Do you speak Russian?
That is the language of choice for them.
Do you speak German?
I do not.
Not according to the stewardesses on the flight. That's actually really funny. I'll tell everyone about that later. There's 10 seconds. Basically, when we were on our trip to Germany, the stewardesses kept coming over and speaking German to Isaac, and he kept talking in English, and they kept coming back, and they kept speaking in German. It was really funny, because he looked so German! But nonetheless, the game has started. Foxita Burns running over to the pillar, throwing out the Rain of Fire. That is going to build him a lot of embers, and also he's trying to get Soda out.
He got that.
And he actually is going to get Soda out.
He got the Demon Gate down, so this is a very nice start here. He's going to be throwing out that Health Funnel. Interesting that he's not playing Health Funnel Glyph. I actually think that Health Funnel Glyph is like a must. I can't play without it. I hate channeling Health Funnel now. But anyway, they are going to be going out there. He's just building embers. And like you said, this is kind of a good exchange for them, to be honest. They're getting good damage out here already on Krill. He's going to be getting big embers. He's going for the early cast bolt. And they're actually dipping Krill really low. He has to be careful, man. There's a Shadow Fury on and Wyvern Sting onto Soda, and we can see that Krill is at about 30%. I mean, he's going to be fine back behind the pillar, but that was a little bit of a scary moment. You know, that would not be the way you want that series to end. If you get dipped really low and just get Shadowburn right off the bat. But anyway, there's the Blood Horror onto Venfuki. He's going to be seeing that Stampede being popped now onto Krill. They don't really have too much CC though onto Soda, and I guess this is the idea. Soda's just staying back behind the pillar, staying stacked with Krill, just trying to shut down that CC. And there's a swap onto Gins. Gins going to get leg swept. He pops that Bark Stand immediately, but look at that. He's going to be disarmed off that. He might actually just go down here. He's in double death range. He gets the Ursox off. He pops his Shrooms. He gets top.
Wow.
And oh my god, Shrooms are good.
Yeah, I thought he was actually for sure going to go down there, but Venruki is not out of the woods yet. A double Shadow Fury goes off onto Venruki and Soda, the two of them. Soda down at 66% mana. He's actually been able to heal this game, which is surprising. Cyclone goes out onto Krill. Can they get anything onto Soda to stop some of the heals? Looks like they really just want to tunnel Venruki all game long. A Fear being cast, it will hit Krill once again. He will the Forsaken out of that one. Our Hunter of Yawns did just use his trinket. He's trying to kill Venruki here. They're going all in. 39% on Venruki. He does have Touch of Karma available to him. There's a Cyclone onto Soda. He may want to use that Karma in there. He does it. They're using it onto Gins. They're trying to kill Gins right here. Can they get anything out of this Fist of Fury? They are going to get a leg sweep. He's at 65% coming out of that. No hots on him. He's going to use his Hellstone. Barskin was used as well. There's the Life Boom. There's the Rejuve. He looks like he should be okay if I had to guess.
I mean, he's fine. They didn't have to use they didn't have the silence because they actually used the silence defensively onto Foxita, and that oh my god, look at Venruki's down to 10% HP. So much damage coming in. Shadowburn came in, but he got a heal at the same time. You can see his last like 10 globals were just healing orbs. He was just trying to desperately stay alive. He went down to 10 or 14% there, barely able to stay alive. That Shadowburn just not finishing him off, and he used his wall there as well, man, and he is going to be hurting for cooldowns. He's not going to have his wall. He's not going to have his Touch Karma. I don't think he has much of anything left right now. There's the MCS onto Krill. Krill not going to be locked out by that, but look at, they're all just kind of tanking the Rain of Fire, which is going to be building up a lot, and then Ruki going to be in some trouble here. The clone comes out, Shadow Fury comes out onto Soda. What do they have off that? Doesn't look like anything just yet, but there's the scatter now. Then Fuki could be in some trouble. The Iron Bark is up, but they have a trap. The Fear going to come out now. Fear actually going to get interrupted there. He's going for the Fear now. He's still not able to land. He gets cloned on that. There's the swap to Gins. He's going to be leg swept. They're going to try to choose some peeling here for him. Gins needs to get some hops up on himself, but he's not able to. Silencing Shot comes in. He's going to use his deter with Symbiosis. A good choice there. Krill going to be feared off now, though. He still has no hots. He's going into tree form, but he's in so much trouble. He gets double death there. He's almost into the Shadowburn range. He's almost into. Oh my god, he gets touch of death. He goes down.
Wow. That was really good, but it's not over yet. The Chaos Bolt is going in onto Venruki. He's down to 70% in Shadowburn range. He is going to die. Oh my shit.
It is a 2v2. Krill is going to be targeted here. They're going to go hard on Krill. They need to push now, though. There's the full fear onto Soda. Krill is dangerously low, man. Do they have anything off that disperses force? Do they have a scatter trap available? That would be huge right now. And it's going to be a 2v2. We can see they're both full HP, but if this goes long, it's going to go to second place. They need to survive here. If they lose this series, this is their last chance. They must win this 2v2. What do they have for Soda? They need to get the CC going. An early deter there on the Mind Blast. Nice choice there by Yawns. Yawns going to stop that. He's trying to get the scatter trap. The scatter comes in. The trap goes down. He's not able to land it. It's going to be just for the TNT procs. He knows he couldn't land that. Good choice. There's the Fear coming off the Wyvern Sting. They're going hard on Krill. Krill has nothing really available here. He has to kite. They need more CC coming off. Re-Fear comes out onto Soda. Can they connect for the Chaos Bolt? Yawn's getting dangerously low. He's at 35%, but the Chaos Bolt going to come in. He may be able to finish him off. He's at 5%. He goes down, and 25.media.tumblr have done it. They are going to take out second place with the 2v3. Coming back, finishing off Venfuki, and then in the 2v2, they're able to get the CC. They're able to take down Krill, and they have done it. What a huge win for them. What a huge upset, and they are going to claim their first win for Russia in this tournament, man.
Oh my god. I can't actually believe that. How insane. Those Chaos Bolts were not wet noodles at all. They killed.
Yeah, and I mean, he actually went for the Aura Mastery Chaos Bolt there at the end, and I think that Krill had the silence available. I'm not sure if he did actually immune it, but I think he did actually immune. I'm not positive, but I think he immuned the silence at the end to get that Chaos Bolt off and get the kill with the unending resolve, which was such a smart choice there. Going for that, they knew they had to all in. Jan's playing it incredibly. He threw out the early deter on the Mind Blast. He knew he could not let him get those orbs up. He knew he could not let him get that damage going because Jan's was at 30% at the end there, and there was never even that Mind Blast or the Devouring Plague came out. So if anything else had really hit him, he could have gone down. And just some amazing play in that 2v2 from Jan's and from Foxita, and a big win for 25 Media Tumblr. They're going to take their first series victory here in the Bleached Bones $30,000 League of Arenas tournament, and that was a sick 6-6 series, I have to say. That was really exciting.
Oh, for sure. That's definitely my favorite series of the tournament thus far.
Yeah, you weren't here for the first weekend, man. We had sick games the first weekend. Yesterday was not the best day, but today you're getting some treats, man. You're getting some good games, and hopefully it's making you think a little bit more positively about the tournament. And today has been exciting.